It's J. Kim from the Oregon Surf Perch Fishing Club. It's Saturday, March 30th. It's 9:40 a.m. I'm here at 35th Street Southwest in Lincoln City, and I'm here to meet fellow stooge Nick Armstrong and fellow member Jeff, I want to say Bugonian. I've never met him, but he reached out and asked if he could fish with us. So we're meeting him at Lincoln City. So I think this is Nick, but I'm not sure. But it's low tide in about 20 minutes. It's a 0.3 low tide, and swell energy is about 450 today. It's sunshine, blue skies, but there's probably about a 7 to 8 mile per hour wind, or 10 miles. It's gusting up to 10 behind my back, and it's pretty cold. So there is a wind chill factor for sure, but it's pretty cold today. It's a lot colder than it looks. So anyway, at low tide, there's a lot of rocks exposed. Wave action looks pretty decent, but it looks pretty snaggy here. I think this is Nick walking towards me, but I'm not sure. But Nick tried the north. He said he got snagged, so he was gonna head south, but he hadn't had any bites yet. So he's a real sand shrimp user, so he's usually more successful than I am. So he went to Taft to pump shrimp this morning, and he came out to Lincoln City. You know, I brought my 11-foot Santiam today because after looking at the waves from the parking lot, it looked like I had to cast a lot longer distance today. So I brought my long distance rod. Man, it's a lot colder than I thought it was gonna be.
I know.
It's like, shit, man, you told me there's no wind.
I know, I'm freezing now.
I know, man. You getting any action at all?
Nope.
Shit, really?
I tried up here. I got out on this sand.
Yeah, it looks pretty good right there.
Yeah, it looks, that's why I'm coming back.
Okay.
I just figured.
That wind is bad.
I know.
This big trough that goes up and down the beach, and at low tide, you can see we're on a pretty big sandbar now, so we're pretty close to some crashing waves. So we want to be careful of it. As you can see, the trough goes way up there. There's even some waves breaking in the trough. But what you want to be careful about is tide starts getting higher, you don't want to get cut off, because this water is moving pretty swiftly as well. There's some really deep spots, and it's very rocky, so footing is uneven. So if you come in high tide, you're going to be up there, and you'd be in this trough, but all these rocks here would probably get you a lot of snags as well. So maybe directly from the parking lot, because I don't see a lot of rocks in this trough, but the trough is a lot more shallow. So again, this is the advantage of coming to a beach at low tide, is you can see some structure, and man, I wouldn't want to cast into all these rocks here. Anyway, catch conditions actually look pretty decent right here, up on the sandbar. So we'll see how it goes, but man, this wind is brutal already. Okay, so this part of the beach is really flat. I don't know if you see, so the trough's back there, but right now I'm only like ankle deep, and we're probably, I'm guessing 75 yards from the trough now, and probably getting to be 100. But I'm glad I brought my long distance rod today, because the waves are pretty far out there. But man, I can't believe how far we're going out. So whenever I go fishing with Nick, he always goes out much further than I do, because I'm not willing to take the chances that he does. But he's a pretty safe angler, just that my limit is much smaller than his. So he's using real sand shrimp. So if anybody gets a bite, I'm assuming it's him, but we'll see how it goes. Even though it's sunshine, blue skies, it's still pretty cold because the wind is brisk. So conditions are okay, but they're not great. So wave action actually looks fairly decent. Only problem is it's pretty shallow where we're fishing. So Nick's signaling he just got a bite. Unfortunately, I just lost my rig. And man, it's a long ways back to dry beach, so I'm just gonna try and go up here and see if I can re-rig in mid-water. All right, I think this is Jeff finally. Let's see. Man, that was a waste of 20 minutes for me though, trying to re-rig without dry land. Jeff? Yeah, how you doing, man? Glad to see you make it.
Yes.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Bugonian.
Bugonian, okay.
Like
So,
the flower, put an N on the end.
okay. So I know he got a bite.
Uh-huh.
I've just been wasting 20 minutes trying to re-rig. So, but tide's coming in pretty soon.
Yes.
And I don't want to get cut off. So
Yeah, I never knew about those rocks
trough.
before.
Oh yeah. No, this is why coming at low tide really helps.
Yeah.
Because then you can see the structure. But this trough looks pretty good. So if the tide was higher, this trough would look good except for all the rocks and snags. So I'm thinking down there might actually be okay. Well, hey, so if you check my flap on the back where that bass label is, there's some weights in there. Take about 3 of them, any 3 you want. But he's using sand shrimp, so if anyone's gonna get a bite, he should.
Yeah, I've always actually done my best at low tide.
Oh, really?
Even though they say...
Yeah, it just depends on the beach and where you're at.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I've had monster days, low, middle, high. I've had
Wherever the fish are.
wherever the fish. Yeah. Now you just gotta get lucky. How long you been surf fishing, Jeff?
About a year and a half.
Okay.
Maybe 2 years.
And have you caught before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, you get any bites?
One day I caught 14 down in Florence.
Wow. That's good. Hey, this is Jeff. This is Nick. Did you get any bites? Just that one? So Jeff says he's been fishing about a year and a half, and he's actually had a pretty good day in Florence where he caught 14. So even though he's relatively new, it seems like he's already had some success. So Nick said he had one other bite. So he's had 2 bites, but that's been it. And again, I haven't fished very much because that was re-rigging. Man, I can't believe how hard it is to re-rig without dry land. All right, this is only like my 3rd or 4th cast though. First cast back in the water, had a small nibble. Felt like a silver though. So it's about 10:35 now, so tide's coming in, and I don't want to get cut off. So I'm thinking about another 15 minutes, and I'm going to start retreating. Okay, I can tell tide's coming in because I can tell that the swells are starting to get higher to my waist level. But anyway, so this is a nice thing about our club is that I've met a lot of members who just have reached out to me and said, hey, would you mind fishing? So I think Jeff hit me up like 3 days ago, and he just texted me. He's like, hey, I want to be in Lincoln City on Saturday, can we fish together? So things worked out between Nick and Jeff and I. But again, if you ask for help at the club, generally there's people who will try and help you if they're around. Okay, so Nick got one. Hey, Jeff, move down. Move down. Okay, so Nick finally got one. And it's a red tail. And again, he's using real shrimp. So there's Nick's red tail. It's a nice size red tail too. Okay, so that's the nice thing about fishing with people. As soon as someone catches one, and we just kind of all crowd around. So we're just crowding around now where Nick just caught his red tail. I'm getting bites again. But these are small ones, so I think it's still silvers. It's 2 bites and about 3 casts. So I've been here about an hour now. I'm getting small bites again. Nick's 1 small fish. I got 2 small silver bites, but got another one just now, but that's been about it. You get any more bites? No? I'm getting small taps, but they're way the hell out there.
Yeah.
What size weight are you using?
Just 2.
2? You gotta try 3. Get out a little bit further.
Probably.
Because when I cast it as far as I can, when I let it sit, that's when I'm getting my bites.
Yeah.
So as soon as I reel in a little bit, no bites. He fishes for like 4 hours at a time, so he's pretty hardcore. But he said he's gotten some small little taps and a little baby bites like I have. So, at least we're all getting bites. Although Nick's the only one who's got a fish. So as tide's coming in, behind me it's starting to get a little bit deeper. So about another 15-20 minutes. And then I want to get off this sandbar because I don't want to get trapped out here. So talk to Jeff. He's a pretty hardcore fisherman because he's going to fish for like 4 hours. Because I told him I only fish for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So he comes from Eugene, which is about 2 hours away, and he said he's also got some small bites like I have. So you know, at least all of us have got bites, but next to no one's got a fish. All right, don't know how much longer I'm going to stay. Again, as tide's coming in, the trough is starting to fill up, and I don't want to get cut off. So I've been here a little less than 2 hours now. Don't know how many casts I got in, but I only got 2 small silver bites.